Fair Yard 6910. First, you want to, if you've never been taught how to formally breathe, right? If the way you take a deep breath looks like this, if you go, then you want to check out this video. It's called How to Breathe by Dr. Vranich. She's going to teach you how to do belly breathing, which looks like this. You go, this is important because it's going to use less energy than traditional breathing. It's going to improve your stamina and endurance, and it's going to allow you to stay calm under pressure on and off the field. The next thing you might want to invest in is called an RMT rope. You could also use a jump rope. You could just tie two shoelaces together. But the reason why this is really going to change your life is because as you start to swing this rope in different patterns, not only is it going to help you improve your running technique, improve your juggling, improve your agility, it's just going to help you understand where your body is in time and space. And why that's important is because as you understand where you are in time and space, as your control improves, it's like every part of your game gets better. So, so you could break down a soccer game. There's only two things you got to do, right? You could break down a whole soccer game into two categories. It's being where you need to be, and then once you get there, executing on what you need to do, right? So being where you got to be first, and then doing what you got to do second. So if you can't even be where you need to be to do what you got to do, then right. So that's why this is super effective, because it's going to help you be more agile and move more effectively on the field, right? So it's going to unlock this level of freedom in terms of your movement abilities, because not only are you going to be able to get where you need to go with less energy, when you get there, you're going to be more controlled and balanced, right? So it's effortless strength through motion that improves dynamic balance. So improves balance in different ranges of motion, right? Because you're just swinging it, and as you're swinging it, you're getting to all these different ranges of motion. So it's like your body just starts to talk to each other. Like your body, your fingers in your hands, right? Your body's connected from fingers to toes, from fingers to toes. So as you move this thing, it's just like your body starts to know where you are, and that makes everything in your game better. So that's number two, how to make an RMT rope. And you want to search David Weck, W-E-C-K, RMT rope. Third thing is, right, so those two things in mind, being able to breathe effectively and then being able to move effectively, then you have to learn how to strike a ball effectively, right? These are the fundamental things. If you can't strike a ball effectively, then you can't keep the ball, right? You can't finish on goal in one touch. So just by increasing your repetitions with ball striking, right? This is a simple tool that allows you to cram months of training into days or weeks, because it removes the friction of training. Because when you bring it everywhere you go, you don't need to wait for a training partner, you don't need to go to a wall, you don't need to carry around a heavy rebounder and have a whole bunch of bulky tools. This is a frictionless device. And I'm not saying that a wall isn't better than this. I'm not saying a training partner isn't better than this tool. For a high level player, using a wall or using a training partner very well may be, right? Those things could be better than this tool, but if in terms of getting repetitions in the freedom of your own time, right, whenever you want, this is something that's just going to allow you to improve. So in 15 minutes, you can get close to 900 touches effortlessly, right? So for those reasons, if you're watching some soccer on TV, if you're just hanging out at home, you need a break from work or from school, you could just bring this everywhere you go and get a lot of touches. So it's really going to help do what you say, which is make great decisions under pressure, because you're not going to be wondering where the ball's going to go when it leaves your foot. You're just going to know, because, right, this is like allowing your subconscious to train, right? Because, ball comes in, ball comes out, ball comes in, ball comes out. You're going to be able to make better decisions and just keep the ball and be able to pass on time to your own players, right? Instead of taking 2, 3, 4 touches, you could start taking one touch, and then now you're going to give the players around you a surplus of time, and space, because you can get the ball out of your feet faster if need be. So this is a SKLZ solo kick trainer, but you can make this yourself, right? Size 1 ball, tennis ball, and then a jump rope or just some string or some rope, duct tape, boom, you got a kick trainer. Lastly, if you want to start making better decisions on the ball, quicker decisions, fundamentals, dribbling and juggling. A lot of players look good when the ball is right at their feet, when the ball gets played right at their feet, but it takes a great player who can receive the ball in their chest, at their thigh, at the shin or hip level. If you can take the ball down swiftly out of the air, this is going to give you a competitive advantage because the swiftness, right, your ability to take the ball out of the air and then make good decisions is something that not a lot of players can do. So your juggling ability is really going to translate to improved play on the field, right? Not all the best jugglers are the best players, but all the best players are always the best jugglers. So that's why, right, juggling, bringing a ball with you everywhere you go, so you could spend 1 minute a day juggling and dribbling, is going to elevate your game tremendously, right? So the strategy is just bringing it so that you can start to get some touches. More touches you get, the more mistakes you make. The more mistakes you make, in theory, the more you can learn. So I call this a soccer vacation. To school, to work, vacations, barbecues, picnics, holidays, birthdays, every single place you go, if you bring a tennis ball, a size 1 ball with you, you could start to develop the habits which are going to help improve your game, right? 1 minute a day, juggling, dribbling, striking a ball, right? Maybe using a kick trainer and an arm T-rope to improve your agility and movement on the field. This is going to start to unlock deep relaxation in your game, because not only are you going to get to the places where you need to be quicker and more balanced, but then you're just going to be connecting passes, right? Because if you could be relaxed, right, you got to be relaxed here. The way you play is the way you practice. So this is where you need to become very relaxed. 1 minute juggling, 1 minute dribbling, and that relaxation is going to transfer to the field. So it doesn't matter if you're under pressure, you're still going to be able to keep the ball and make good decisions. So hopefully this helps. Reach out with any questions. All right, thanks.